This is my 2026 dirt jumper build. To start, this is a pretty simple build. It's basically built off a NS Decade 2024 3. I don't know when I got this. It was a while ago, and it's done me well. It's probably the best frame I've ever ridden overall. So I think I've ridden it for 3 years minimum. Maybe 2023 is when I got it. Currently, it's done fine. I've cracked virtually every single frame I've ever owned, bar the Icarus, the Radio Icarus I was riding only a few months ago, and I ended up switching back to this because I like it so much, and the Icarus just didn't feel good. But let's go to the star of the show. It's my Alibaba cranks that I'm currently running. These were $100 off Alibaba, so yeah, that's pretty cheap if you know anything about cranks. Reason, I didn't have any money and I had broken so many GX cranks in the last. I've only broken one set of GX cranks, but I've also broken tons of different cranks over the years, and I just thought, you know what, I'll do it. I'll grab some Chinese cranks, see what happens. And so far, I crashed, as you'll see.
Oh, fuck. Oh, shit.
You leave your helmet.
Oh, my God. Oh, you good.
Pretty bad, and they were fine. I'm pretty sure that was probably the heaviest you'd smash the cranks into the ground with my weight that I'd go through. I think my bars are actually bent. I haven't done anything to the bike other than clean it since that. The second weird thing that I run on this bike is a FREECOASTER, and as you saw before, my cranks do this. Oh my god, it's not working, but what it lets me do is go backwards without my cranks engaging, which is a BMX thing. This is a radio... I'll put it up on screen. It's a radio FREECOASTER, and they're pretty cheap. They're, I think, less than $300 to $300. Really solid. I did break the internals, so it sometimes doesn't engage, but that's on me. It's like fine. It works still. And you can switch it to a cassette whenever you want by just adding some springs in, just like a normal hub. They use magnets instead of the normal clutch system that like BMX FREECOASTERs have. So that's a cool one. Another thing is, because I am 5'2", I do have to run things a bit different. For the most part, it's no different to most people, but this bike is pretty small. This Decade, I think, is only one size fits all, so that's normal. I've always run one size fits all bikes. The Alcatraz I had one size fits all. The Icarus was actually the long version, but that's beside the point. This overall, like, standover, it's perfect for me, even though it is pretty big still. It's perfect for me. I do run the bars pretty high given my height, but I find it gives me more leverage when I'm popping street things. I think other than that, my seat's actually pretty high for my height. I run them virtually at my knees because I clamp them when I bar. And I do run these cranks in 160. They're called Evo Sid. I don't know the exact name. I'll put them up on screen. But they're Evo Sid cranks, which is straight off AliExpress. Took only like a week to get it from China, so I don't know what Aussie brands are doing, because even my brand Hexcaps, we sometimes don't even get products to people in a week. I run a RockShox Pike, and I run them pretty stiff. I have been pretty well known to run them pretty like soft given what I do, but currently I am running them pretty hard. I think I'm 40 psi off max, and I think max is 210. So I'm running, I think, maybe 170 psi. And whatever tokens came in it. And I do run the rebound, or the stiffness thingy, the compression. It seems like all the way to the right except one. So one click off the right. I currently run DMR Volt pedals, I think. And I run the pins so they are kind of mismatched, so they have like short pins and then long like stabby pins, and I run them in a certain manner where each pin kind of lets me move my foot to a certain point better. So I run the little pins where my foot will like almost want to push onto the crank when I clamp and move my feet around. And I did that on purpose years and years ago because I thought that was like, if I can do that, I might as well set it up to be like that. And I've never really shinned myself. I don't know if that has anything to do with that, but I just tend to not shin myself. I usually catch myself on my seat. Another weird thing about my bike is I run these street tires, which come on pretty cheap bikes, but the one thing I wanted was squeaky tires. And if you guys know, squeaky tires are a BMX thing, and I wanted to just have squeaky tires for the first time because I have ridden DH Maxxis. I don't even remember the name of these anymore. The Maxxis tires I used to run. It's been a minute, but these are. I'll put them up on screen. All these names are so. Sonar. I think the hub is actually a Sonar. So there you go. This tire is. Oh well, we'll put up on screen. I run a Chromag Overture seat. My favorite seat. I've ridden it for. I had the one with the like bear dog hybrid thing on top for a while, and then I swapped to this one and put that one in the vault because I didn't want to have that nice one all broken. This is starting to wear, but it's been a few years riding it. I run some Raceface eBay seat posts that I found. I run, I think, 35mm rise bars. I was running virtually flat bars before, but I've swapped. I now have a DB8 from my friend Ben that came on his bike, which is a 4-pot, which is overkill to say the least. I'm running some Eclat grips because they seem to have been on the bike the longest, and I haven't swapped them out. I'm running like a Deity cavity stem, and also they are nuke-proof Horizon bars. Other than that, my wheels are a bit funny because I do run the custom back wheel. I run like a Halo Chaos with Sapim spokes and the radio Sonar hub, as we just found out. So that is a pretty good combo, but I do find it's just I built them so my wheels always come loose, which pisses me off so much because I'm constantly tightening them, and my friends always are tightening my wheels for me. That is one thing when you build wheels, be careful because if you're like me, you'll have to be setting them up constantly. Other than that, I run a lot of my own components, which is hex caps. I run all my spacers are hex caps, top cap, seat post clamp, all available on hexcaps.shop. Support us. Think other than that, it is pretty standard. Just a standard KH whatever chain. I do have a whatever GX crank chainring that came with the GX cranks on there, which is a pretty nifty piece of kit. I do really like it. Some random disc. I can tell you all about the spokes and nipples as being sap in, but I can't tell you what disc I have. I think it was just some Amazon one. It actually has like bolts that are Allen key bolts instead of those like weird M8 whatever you call those bolts, which piss me off because I always strip them. That's cool, but there's probably a reason for not doing that. I think other than that, that is my bike. I run everything pretty stiff. It's pretty dialed right now. It feels good. It's pretty quiet. It all works. I don't run any slope style things like a chain stop. I like doing crank flips. I have probably 5 bar spins worth of wrap on here. I used to run a gyro, but I just they tend to break. Things use so many more parts. So I swapped to a hydro, and it's way better after like 3 years with I basically had the whole time I had the NS, I had a gyro, and now I'm back to a hydraulic brake without the gyro, and it's great. Also, I do, for anyone wanting to steal my bike, I do have a AirTag in the front end because I had a bike stolen once, and I got enough PTSD to never do that again and always know where my bike is, and I think I have to change the battery soon, so thank you for reminding me. Other than that, that's my bike. If you have any questions, I am 5'2", 73 kilos at the moment, and I run everything pretty hard, and nothing's broken yet, so if you're looking for something that will take a chud body type, here's the bike for you.